My name is Nick Richardson, and I'm going to present my numeracy and education findings on my topic today, which is common fraction operations and estimation for levels 5 and 7. Here are the Auswells and Victorian curriculum that it links to. The Auswells are on top, that is, solve problems involving addition and subtraction of fractions with the same or related denominators. So they need to understand the processes for adding and subtracting fractions with related denominators and fractions as an operator in preparation for calculating with all fractions. Solve realistic additive addition and subtraction problems involving fractions to develop understanding of equivalent fractions and the use of fractions as operators. Modeling and solving additive problems involving fractions by using methods such as jumps on a number line or by making diagrams of fractions as part of shapes. The Victorian curriculum on the bottom is similar, and it's solving problems involving addition and subtraction of fractions with the same or related denominators as well. The learning intention is to understand that fractions are part of a whole number, that 4/8 is 4/8 of a whole, or 1/2 of 1, and not made up of a whole numbers 4 and 8. Students will be able to locate and estimate a fraction on a number line from 0 to 1. Fractions can only be added or subtracted when they have the same denominators, bottom numbers. When the denominators are the same, the numerator's top numbers can be added or subtracted. Learning sequencing. Basic fraction concepts are established. Fractions are part of a whole number. Assumed prior knowledge. Students know and understand fraction terminology. Students are familiar with decimal subtraction and addition. Students know that numbers are made up of factors and can use this information to find common denominators through multiplication. Common misconceptions with fractions are believing that fractions, numerators and denominators can be treated as separate whole numbers, fail to find a common denominator when adding or subtracting fractions, believe that only whole numbers need to be manipulated in computations with fractions greater than 1, and leaving the denominator unchanged in fraction addition and multiplication problems. Close this down. I'll show you my online resource that I'll be using today to show you this. It's a website called Swerk. This is what it looks like when you open it up. It has lots of online resource tools for all types of subjects, not just maths. We'll be clicking on number 6 today for level 6 and maths. Just let it open up here. So we're going to go into number maths, adding and subtracting fractions with the same denominator. You can watch a tutorial or read one, or you can play a game after doing that when the prior knowledge has been established. We'll go straight to playing a game today. First game here is Fraction Fiddle, Shop the Hoop. So here's the game here. Okay, you can use a tutorial if you haven't used it before. It just shows you how to use the buttons and whatnot. We won't do this now, so I have helped them score before. The arrows are here and here that they would have been showing us before. This is a number line on the side, which is really useful for showing students that fractions are part of a one number. We select the arrows to make up two fractions that add to 1. So at the moment we have 6/11 and 0/1, and that obviously has an estimation here of what that equals. So we can change our denominators. We can move this to 1/2, and you can see already that 1/2 plus 6/11 is slightly more than 1. So on our number line, it's slightly more than 1 also. Students can play around with each side to make it a whole. So 1/2 plus 6/12 equals a whole. Press OK. Yeah. We get a star, and down in the left-hand corner it records what our fraction was. We can repeat this problem if we got it wrong, or to try different equivalent fractions, or we can go to the next one. So this again is 6/11 plus 0/1. It's really flexible in that we can change our denominators however we want, or our numerators, in order to get that onto our number line. You can see that once it gets above 1 on our number line here, it shows total too big to show. This just shows the student that they have used numbers that don't equal 1. There's a second app that I found. that was really useful as well. And it's this chicken co-op fraction games. However, you can't play it on a computer. It's good on an iPad or an iPhone, which are prevalent in schools these days. What I found the advantages of this website were that Swerk encouraged flexible learning and teaching. It offers us as educators access to 18,000 resources across different subjects. It is used by 20,000 teachers around Australia. Content can be used on interactive whiteboards, projectors, computers, and tablets, and you can monitor progress for the students through lesson reporting functionality. And Swerk is also aligned to Australian curriculum. Disadvantages are that it's quite expensive, somewhere up between around $400 a year for one person, although they'll halve that if you won't sign up straight away. I'm using a 3-day trial at the moment. Thank you, and I hope you learned something.